let's see. I actually cannot remember, like, at the moment I can't remember what I used to do to get this look, but I'm sure as I am going along I will remember. So let's get started. So obviously the first thing, before I get started, the only thing I have on my face right now is coconut oil that I put on my face last night. It's also dried up now, but oh my gosh guys, like, coconut oil on your skin, it actually it did wonders to my skin. So that's the only thing I have on my face right now. It's coconut oil, because parts of my face do get dry, right? So my T area and my nose are very oily, but around my face here it gets really dry. So we are first going to prime. Again, I'm using the Sacha mattifying primer. I'm just gonna rub this all over my face. I'm just gonna pat this in. So because it's like, the colors that I will be using today are very dark, and I realized that it's like a little bit of fallout in it, I decided to do eyes first and then my face. I usually do eyes first when I do these kinds of makeup looks, you know, when you have dark colors and there's like a lot of fallout underneath. So what I like to do first is okay, let's start with brows. So the first thing I'm gonna do is brows. So what I do is I just use a brush like this to brush my brow nose upwards. The brow pencil that I usually use is the Top Brow from Kiss, I believe. Yes, from Kiss. So let me do that. So I don't know if you guys could see, but so what I like to do is I like to start like underneath my brow. I like to start all the way to the end here and just go up in a straight line, and then bring this down. I don't know if you guys can notice, but both of my eyebrows are not the same. I went and did my eyebrows like a couple well, I went by this new lady a couple years ago to do my eyebrows, and she kind of jacked up the shape. Okay, well, so for the top of my brow, I like to start somewhere in the middle. So what I do is I just go up and then come down like this. Then the underneath, I like to just brush the product. My hair is in front, and I'm just gonna fill that in. Okay. So I'm going to the next side. I actually do this side a little different. For now, you're gonna see it's looking really weird, but with concealer we're gonna shape them. So on this side now, I do the same thing basically with the underneath of the brow, but my peak is different. Like it's thinner than this one. So I just come down. I literally give myself like another peak. And on top I do the same thing. I start at in the middle, and I go above, just a little bit above the natural brow, and then I come down. Gonna fill this in, and then I'm gonna brush upwards. So now, because it's a grunge look, I am actually going to conceal today. So, okay, what I'm going to do now is, well, we're going to do eyes. So for eyes, okay, so first I want to prime my lid. I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer to prime my lid. Looks weird, you know. So I set my lid with some setting powder, and now for the fun part. So I'm going to be using two palettes today. I'm going to be using the Morphe 3502 and my Dare to Create palette. So let's see. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use a blending brush, almost a blending brush, and I'm going to put my transition color. What's transition? Okay, so I'm going to be using this this color, and I'm just going to put that all over the lid. That up as high as possible. If you're hearing that in the background, I am so very sorry. It's really not my fault. And since again it's a grungy look, I'm gonna start with the darkest color in my crease. So I'm gonna be using this brush. It's from Morphe. It's the M507 brush, and picking up this color in the palette, I'm gonna pack that all in my crease. To do this, you want to like look down so you'll see where your natural crease is, so you could really get in there. So both of my eye shapes are different. This on my right eye, my crease is more defined. On my left eye, it's not so defined. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look down and really just average wear, and then when I get that, I'm just gonna continue packing that color in. Alright, so the next color I'm gonna use, it's still dark, but it's slightly lighter than this one. So I'm gonna be using a small blending brush. So I'm gonna be using this brush. I'm gonna be taking this color, it's the one right next to the dark one, and I'm gonna go above my crease now, and ever so lightly I want to blend this into the dark color. And you want to do this with a very light hand. And you don't want to go too heavy on it. And to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines, we go circular motions. So in the corner, you want to go left and right motions, but coming down to the end, you want to buff it out. So you want to use circular motions to buff this out. And if you notice, like where I'm holding my brush, I'm not holding it here, I'm holding it to the end, and with that it'll give you a lighter hand to really just buff this out. So the next color I'm going in with again in my crease would be a next light color, and now I cannot find my brush because I am half blind. I can't find it. So I did not find the brush that I wanted to use, but I did find a next crease brush. This is the very tiny crease brush. What I'm going to do is I'm now going to take this pink color. It's actually turning out pretty more pink than it actually is. It's because of the sun, but I'm just going to take this much on the brush, and I'm going to just go right in. I'm not going to go all the way. It's going to be like halfway in the crease. And I'm gonna take a flat shader brush, and what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, you know what, this brush is too big to do this. I'm gonna use a smaller flat shader brush. And I am going to go in with this color right here. The name of this color is, when I tell you about that color, it's, the name of this color is Trendy. Trust me, it's a really nice color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna so I kind of got cut off there, but where were we? So I think the last time I was doing my left eye. So as you can see now, I have both shimmer shades on top. So what I'm going to do is, I want this to be really grungy, so with a small soft shader brush, again, looking for these brushes are just here. I'm going to pack on a black eyeshadow. Now black, when packing on black eyeshadows, you want to go in a little at a time, because black tends to, obviously it's a very, very dark color, it's black, and it tends to ruin makeup looks really fast if you go in too much with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat shader brush, and I'm going to go into the black in the Dead Secret palette. That's a lot. Tap off the excess, and in the corner here I'm just going to lightly, little by little, just stamp this in. And then do the other eye. And then I'm going to take my same brush that I blended this with. I'm just going to blend this up. Again, when blending, you want to use very, very light feathery strokes. And you can always go back in and add more color if you want. So stamp that in. And blend this out. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go into my 3502 palette, and I'm going to take this color. On camera it shows up, ooh yes son, on camera it shows up brown, but it actually has like a little red in it, so I'm going to use that color. I don't know what's the name of that color because they didn't have the names of it, but anyway. And I'm going to take my flat brush, and I'm just going to go underneath my eyes with this. Sorry, did I say flat brush? I mean my pointy brush. I'm just going to stamp the color in first, just to see where I want that. then I'm going to take my flat shader brush. I'm going to do a flat shader brush, but I'm going to take this brush. It's a flat blending brush. And then I'm going to go in again. And I'm just going to pack that underneath my eye. I'm then going to go in with a shimmery color for my inner highlight. I don't know the names of these shadows, so because from the 3502 they don't have names. Anyway, so I'm going to go in with my shimmery eyeshadow. I'm just going to put that right here. So I'm going to actually do an inner corner highlight. I know it sounds going to be grungy. It's still grungy, but I really do like a slight inner corner highlight. So I'm going to take my waterproof eyeliner from Beauty Treats. And I'm gonna pop this in and then I'll be back. So what I did off camera is I put my eyeliner, and then I took a black eyeshadow and I smudged it out at the end. So now, since the eyes are basically complete, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop on some mascara. I'm going to start with my lower lash line. And if your lashes or if they're clumped up, you just use this brush and you can just comb them. This is what I'm gonna do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just brush my upper lashes. Just brush it up. And I'm going to add some mascara. Gonna let that dry because this mascara is really thick. And then I'm going to be adding my new lashes. I bought these yesterday. These are from Kenzie Beauty, the 3D Fox Mink lashes, and this is the first time I'm gonna try them on. So I'm gonna pop these on off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so lashes are in. Oh my god, guys, like, how do people do this? And yeah, we're gonna do our face now. So I already primed my face, and what I want to do first is I actually want to conceal face. So I'm just gonna use my Elego Pro Concealer, literally just highlighting my face. Now I'm going to set my face with my Maybelline Fit setting powder. I'm gonna just tap off the excess. So today for lips, I will be using these two. I'm going to be using the Sacha Lip Velvet. So line my lips. This is in a shade Rub It Up. Excuse me. And then I'm going to use the shade F is for Fabulous in the liquid lip velvet. So what I want to do now is I'm going to take my setting spray. This setting spray is not from Sacha. I cannot remember where I got this from, but if I remember, I'll link it down below. I'm gonna spray my beauty blender and I'm just gonna stamp that in. That, guys, is the makeup look for today. Really do hope you enjoy. All the products will be listed down below, and really hope to see you again.